Road to $1 million, day 101. 2025 is over. I finally took a little break from work to see my friends and family and reflect. I've been so focused on what's next, it was finally nice to take some time and look at where I'm at. And I definitely think I'll look back at 2025 as one of the most integral years of my life. It was my first year fully out of high school. I took a risk and dropped out of college, switched to a commission-only job, got in debt for the first time, moved across the country, and made my first $10,000 a month, all before the age of 20. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but this year went by so incredibly fast. It's already been a year since I started the series, and I can't remember a day I was comfortable. I worked harder and learned more than I ever had before, and the more I've learned, the more I realize how far I still have to go and how much I'm still leaving on the table. So with that, I've got a couple New Year's resolutions that I want to track to help me get to the next step. The first one is by far being more organized. This year with my business, I wasn't tracking all my clients. I was more just focused on the day-to-day and just getting the next task done. I wasn't tracking any finances, and sure, I started to make a good amount of money, but I wasn't tracking what money was leaving and what money was staying. The second one is consistency. This year, it was a lot of changes, and I had a lot of periods where my intensity was very high, but then it would go back down. And I know I'll get more done if I just keep a very consistent but sustainable pacing and cutting out any dead time. The third thing I want to focus on is my health. There are certain times where things need to be sacrificed. I had just moved from my hometown. I wasn't living with my parents anymore. There were no groceries. So I was eating a lot of fast food, not meal prepping, not going grocery shopping. I stopped going to the gym for a period of time outside of Sundays, and my diet was just atrocious. I don't really regret any of it because I was being very productive, but it wasn't a sustainable lifestyle, and I was very reliant on caffeine and artificial energy to get me through my days, and I definitely had weeks sometimes where I would be like a zombie every single day. So my goal is to be able to meal prep, do all my grocery shopping, and get to 185 pounds by the end of the year, and ultimately just feel my best and have all my hormones dialed. My fourth and final commitment is to edit videos every single day. I already made the schedule I'm going to follow. I can't confidently commit to a video every single day, but I can commit to working on one every single day. These things are also easy to type and plan, but after a 12-hour workday, having to eat, cook versus grabbing some fast food and relaxing, it can get difficult. But I have full confidence in myself, and I can't wait to see the person I become at the end of this year, being consistent with everything for a full year. I appreciate everybody who's made it this far. I wish everybody the best of luck on their journeys in 2026. Follow for day 102.